would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax. You're free to see what that's like, and that's why.
All right, guys, Ian and Stu, Central Coast Disc Golf, back with 2015 Worlds MPO Round 1 Part Deuce.
Part Deuce.
Duh. And Paul McBeth is playing pretty well. He's 5 down.
Through, so half the holes he's capitalized on?
More than half, actually. 5 of 9 is more than half.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I'm good at math. Yeah. Engineer. We're on hole 10, 465. And this one's downhill off the tee, and then you got to turn the corner. It goes way uphill, and there's the basket right there. And it's got a low ceiling, really uphill. Your second shot is a tough shot on this one, Stu.
Yeah, both. Really demanding tee shot, demanding up shot.
That's true. You need to put yourself in a good spot for your second shot to even have the ability to capitalize. Chris Becker has the box. And rips out his drive. Uh-oh, Stu. That went in early, and that is one thing you do not want to do in this hole. You're going to be forced to lay up. Devin Frederick.
A little bit high.
A little bit high. Kind of thought he pretty much made the corner. Not as much as he wanted, but he's going to have a look at the basket of some kind. Paul McBeth also a little high, but world champ fighter right there.
And a little bit deep.
Yeah.
So he'll have a little bit different look at that up shot than the other guys.
Yeah, for sure. Andrew Fish with just a silky smooth pull. And that's a great spot, Stu. Not a great spot is where Chris Becker was, and he's just forced to lay up and hopefully get a par from there. Devin has this crazy big hyzer line, Stu.
Yeah, which I know he clipped a couple leaves on his way up.
Yeah.
So it's surprising that he fought through all that.
Yeah. He's got a long putt for birdie. And this is going to be Chris's third throw. Going uphill, low ceiling. And that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Paul's going to opt for the forehand and try to swing it in to the right later. He's got his ABR Stamp Star Destroyer, which is pretty flippy, but when you're going uphill, you want to throw a flippy disc.
Not that flippy,
Not
though.
that flippy, though. Fish, after a great drive, backside up, just a headbanger.
Yeah, he played this whole textbook.
Sure did. Devin Frederick with birdie. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, it had to be 40 plus.
Yeah, that's like this third huge putt this round.
Not many 40 plus no doubters
No.
on anyone's book.
For real. Paul McBeth with almost an airmail there.
Yeah.
Caught a couple chains. Makes the comebacker for a 4. Chris, his par save after that drive, not too shabby. And speaking of not too shabby, Fish's upshot.
Fish's headbanger.
Yeah.
Par.
Doing some work right there, guys.
Birdie, right?
Yeah, that's totally birdie. From Devin and Andrew. Paul and Chris taking pars. And we're on to hole 11, 360. And this, you're throwing through some trees, and then the basket actually is on top of that hill, which it's really tough to get there with an air shot, Stu.
Yeah, the low ceiling at the end makes it you have to play a skip if you want any chance of birdie.
Yeah,
I would say.
The trees force you down, and the hill forces you up. Makes it tough. Devin trying to throw a cut roller, but this one actually did turn over for him.
But there's room. There's room out there.
Yeah.
It bleeds into the fairway from 12 or whatever.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy up and down from there anyway. Fish. Oh, buddy. Not what he was trying to do right there.
No.
Did he hit the trench with his roller?
I'm not sure, but I know if there's a tiny strip of OB 100 feet off the tee, you don't want to be in it.
No. True statement. Becker opted for the air shot, but you can see it did come up a little short, but it does have a long birdie putt. McBeth is laying down a cut roller. This is just nasty, Stu.
Do you think you saw Devin play the year?
I bet he practiced it, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Paul McBeth does not mess around.
Fish tends to not mess around from time to time.
No, that was a great upshot. Actually skipped along, surprisingly. This is Devin's second shot from the rough, but it's a pretty open look from over there, and that should be a par. Chris does have a birdie look with the hill behind to run it. Ooh. Just over the top right there.
Just, yeah, slightly offline.
Beast with the McBirdie. That's a good one to get, Stu.
He's got to air off the fingertips after that.
That was hot, man. You know he's getting a stroke on the card right there. That was a nice putt from Fish. Saving his par. Along with Chris. and Devin. So it's like Fish did stay out of the OB at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Misspoke.
Yeah, but he did hit the OB. He just kicked out of it.
Oh.
So there's that. We're on to hole 12, 573 par 4. Really big dogleg left, and then once you turn the corner, you're just throwing through jail, Stu.
Yeah, it almost plays like two separate holes.
It really does. It's open, and
just
then
like switches landscapes and feel entirely.
Yeah, totally agree. Once you hit these trees, you still got about 250 to the pin, and it's on top of a hill, but it's deceptively far away because it's past the crest quite a ways, and that's looking back towards the fairway from the basket. This is Paul McBeth on the box. Can you say Simon went over the top on this hole?
Yeah, went over the top and into the trees. It says 570, but no one reached that.
No.
Getting even halfway there is a feat.
Yeah. Devin went in early. Paul didn't go in early enough. And Fish with the Goldilocks throw. Splitting the difference. Yes. Wow.
Even with that crush, barely made the gap.
Yeah, and it's still a really tough upshot from there. Chris Becker with a really similar looking throw to Fish. Just hanging down there, but still no easy task to get a birdie from there. Devin just forced to throw a forehand roller out. That'll play. Paul opted for a forehand on his second shot.
And corks it. Had some stank on it.
It did, for sure did. And Devin Frederick throwing a little hyzer flip to Annie. Ooh, man, these trees down this alley will get you. It is.
I think you're safe.
Right? Trying to find a line here is not easy. Chris Becker with a forehand. Oh no, Stu. Oh, buddy. Didn't flip it over.
He was challenging the tee box on 15.
Yeah, I think that's, I don't know. It seems like more of a backhand line to me, but he's the pro. Fish.
You gotta flip.
Third shot comes up short left. McBeth. His third shot.
I think the backhand approach is better too because the spin kind of counteracts the action on the hill.
For sure. McBeth actually did go quite a ways down the hill, though. This is Chris's third shot. Laid up for a 4. Paul for 4.
Wow. Who cares how far down the hill you go? Ian?
When you can putt like that, right? Oh, Devin just misses his comebacker. And Fish makes his.
Buries it.
Yeah.
It's always nice to hit the bottom portion of the chains and just have it
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice par save from Andrew, Paul, and Chris. Devin taking the +2. A little rough right there. We're on to hole 13. And this it's a shorty, 300 feet, but it's pretty wooded, and the basket's pretty guarded by some trees.
Yeah, you have to hit dead straight for any chance at a 2.
Yeah. And with these little tiny trees and trunks, you're going to get some interesting kicks, too. Maybe hit one nice.
By interesting, you mean unfavorable. Right?
Yeah.
The last one.
I mean, it could go in. That'd be pretty interesting, too. Probably not going to happen, though. Didn't happen for Paul McBeth. Didn't happen for Andrew Fish, either. Chris Becker hoping he can get a tree kick ace. Or maybe just a clean ace, really.
Yeah.
Or
He willed that thing over.
yeah, pretty much parked it. And Devin Frederick. Oh man, those kicks. Fish came up quite a bit short, and looks like he was running it, but hit another tree, landed for a par. Ooh, Devin almost dunked that in. Paul for a deuce.
Oh.
Long. Oh man.
His second long rollout.
Yeah. Getting Daylawed in Pittsburgh.
Gotta have the guts and glory to be able to make those if you want to run
Yep.
the long ones, I guess.
Yep. Making that putt, saving him strokes. And this will be Chris for birdie.
Yep.
Getting a stroke on the card right there, Stu.
If McBeth's on your card, then that's probably a stroke on the field.
Right? that's solid reasoning. I'll buy that. After hole 13, we're on to 14, and another par 4, I believe.
And another unique and challenging part.
Oh, it really is. It's mildly open on your first shot, but then you got to throw through this jail on your second shot, and the basket's out in the open on the other side. You can see it right there. mild right-hand side of your screen.
And for the record, Simon claims one of the few two-able par fours.
Really?
Despite what we just described.
What?
That's his claim.
By going over the top or what?
No, he plays a roller.
Oh.
Cut to straight roller.
Okay, I can see that. Chris Becker hit an early tree. Paul McBeth next on the box.
Oh God.
Not happy.
No, going right at that tree and in a pretty similar spot to Chris. That's a tough place to be. Pretty encumbered by those trees. I always think Fish is gonna throw a forehand roller.
Yeah, was that tomahawk prep?
Yeah, it trips me out. But landed in the fairway after that tree kick. And Devin Frederick. Here's a clean pull.
Yeah, I think that's more the line you want.
Yeah, a little bit left, or harder left finish. So McBeth is trying to throw a cut roller here, and I'm gonna lose it, and it finishes left short. Let's see eventually. Becker opted for the forehand, which got a nice shape for this hole.
Keep it under those trees.
Oh my goodness.
Then yeah, it does.
That was a great upshot from Chris. Fish looking to match that. Oh, that was too low, Stu. Devin after the best drive, but still no easy task of an upshot.
Oh, just swatted.
Right? I was turning towards the basket, so Fish is going over the top.
Something a little.
Wow, come on, work
little
great.
Stable,
Finally.
pancaking.
Yeah. And got pretty close. Maybe putting. So this is going to be Paul's third shot. Looking to get up and down, save his par.
An uncharacteristic
Second shot.
miss
Yeah.
on that shot.
Oh, Devin gave that a half run. And Paul's comebacker for a 4. Makes that no worries. Devin makes his 4 as well. And Chris, this is going to be for birdies, too.
Yeah, he had the same putt they all had, but for one stroke less.
Yeah, for sure. That was a really nice second shot. He's had a couple of really pretty ups. Up next, guys, is a signature hole out here at Moraine State Park. Hole 15, 852-foot par 4. It's very downhill, and then after you go over that crest, it's extremely downhill right here. And you see the basket just over that bushy tree.
And definitely the windiest
Oh,
point
yeah.
in the course.
Yeah,
probably.
definitely a good headwind coming off the lake, especially in the afternoon. And they're just looking from the basket back up towards the fairway. Chris Becker has the box. Probably ripping on a Star Destroyer if I had to guess.
Yep.
Makes this drive. The wind makes this drive tough to calculate.
It does, yeah.
You really want to. They're not crushing it. They just want to drop it in at like 400 plus.
Exactly.
Landing area right there.
Yeah, and you want to finish left. If you finish too far right, you're not going to be able to see the basket or have a good line. So we're trying to finish on the left-hand side of the fairway. And Paul actually goes over the hill and rolls down a little bit.
Yes.
That was a crush.
He was
Devin, just a nice simple hyzer. Finished a little farther left than he wanted in the brush, but he's gonna have a clean look at the basket from there.
challenging the OB a bit.
Yeah, it was actually not too far from it. Fish, and he's begging for this thing to
Go
drop.
Down. Go down. Straight down. Straight down.
Get down.
Straight down. Die.
Ooh, put something on that one.
They did some courtesy not mowing that swatch of grass over there.
Oh yeah, you don't skip OB. Yeah, so Devin's second shot, extremely downhill, hung it out wide.
Basket snaggage.
Almost dropped it in for the eagle. That would have been sick.
That might have been the SPN material.
I think it might. Chris Becker also hanging out the big hyzer. I believe this one actually flipped, and I lost it in the air. Sorry, guys.
A little, yeah, a bit right.
Yeah, he finishes pin high, but about, I'm going to guess, like 70 feet right. Fish also throwing a hyzer, but he had a blind look from being too far left, and finished left of the basket pin high. Paul McBeth throwing a Star Destroyer. Big hyzer spike. Dunk.
So his thought is that the wind affects the spike hyzer less than, I guess.
Yeah, like a flex shot. You throw like an anti-flex shot, it might not come back right. So you throw the hyzer just as a safe shot.
Yeah, that seems to be what they all opted for on that.
So fish for 2. What? Unkind, sir. Fish agrees. He was not stoked on that one.
He was excited, but
Yeah, the wrong kind of excited. Paul makes his birdie, and Devin almost gets an eagle, but he'll take his birdie nonetheless. And Becker, after missing his birdie, takes the par. And that was pretty cool from Devin.
yeah, that was. I'm sure you saw it live,
Yeah.
so that gave you a little bit of the spine tingles.
It was exciting, man. It was exciting for sure. But up next is a hole 16 par 5, really tough par 5, off the tee, super uphill, and your goal here is just to get the top of that hill if you can, which is easier said than done.
I mean, they kind of like tease you with the opening and then just cut the ceiling down to make it next to impossible to advance.
Exactly. Devin, a little left, a little short, but still a really good drive.
Hit the gap.
Yeah, better than I could do. Chris Becker throwing a hyzer flip. It's turning too much, too.
Yeah, I didn't get it quite to the dirt, so no slide action.
Exactly. Fish taking the advance line here. And he's hanging out with Paul. So Chris opting for a forehand on his second shot.
It's like maybe a forehand roller.
Yeah, I think so. Hit a tree. And looking at Devin's second shot.
Option for the same type of shot, it looks like.
Yeah.
And he got down there.
Yeah. That'll work. Fish also throwing a forehand roller. And he got that there pretty well.
The mowed grass made, I think, the roller
A nice option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul threw an anti-forehand. I wasn't sure it was supposed to be a roller or an anti-flex, but it cut rolled into the bushes, which is not what he was trying to do. Devin, almost getting our camera guy, Jason Armstrong, owner of Greens and Chains. Super cool dude. And
Shout out to them.
yeah, that was Paul from the Weeds. Gotta give himself a putt. And then Chris from the left-hand side of the fairway. I think he was trying to play a skip shot, but it just came out high. And hit a
Caught
tree.
up.
Yeah. Fish with his third. Should have dropped in 4. And this is going to be Paul for a birdie. And it does drop off left and long at the basket, so it's a little bit of a scary putt.
Oh my goodness.
Or you can just make it.
Yeah, well.
And then it's not scary anymore. Becker. Uh-oh.
Experiencing the scary portion.
Indeed, sir.
But
Yeah. Devin. Oh, coming up just short. And this is going to be Chris's comebacker for a 5. That makes a nice
Solid.
putt. Yeah, it was. Devin taps in his.
It's just like a journey to the hole.
It's really.
Every single player spent some time out of the fairway.
Yeah, absolutely. So some nice birdies from Fish and Paul, and Fish with a pretty much drop in right there. Devin and Chris pars on to hole 17. This is a dogleg right with a low ceiling. I feel like it's a really tough pin from where the tee is.
Yeah, it seems like you want to throw forehand, but the hill is constantly chopping off your line.
Yeah.
And it's really hemming.
Yeah, you got to go right, but if you go right too early, you're going to come up short. Paul McBeth throwing a star destroyer.
Not stoked.
Not happy with that. Come on, man. Devin Frederick throwing the forehand as well.
That tree is somehow it's just right where they want to throw.
Yeah.
It's like someone designed it.
So he came up, went a little long, didn't cut in early enough. Fish did cut in early, but came up short. And Chris Becker.
Chance to rectify all the wrongs.
Or at least one of them. Gets a stroke back. Came up short, right? Paul's second shot. Hit the tree he didn't want to hit. Kind of a putt.
Tiniest tree.
Yeah. Fish for 2. Gave it a good chance, but it went right.
Yeah, I had the distance at least.
So Devin from pin high left.
Bang. What indeed? Who is this guy?
Right, man?
Bearded Devin.
Dude can hang. Oh, Chris. Wanted that one. He was just outside the circle right there. Paul to save his par.
Close side.
That's how you make world champ. You save your par if you're not getting a birdie. And Fish tapped in his par. Pretty ridiculous birdie from Devin. Again, I think this is like his fourth huge putt this round. Pretty bananas. We're on to hole 18, guys. 465 par 4. There's OB Creek and OB to the right of the fairway, and then just short of the basket is another OB area. It's just short left of the basket. So this is the first OB you have to throw over.
It is like riddled with OB and trees and various other things, obstacles to get over.
Yeah, that was the basket, and the OB was just short left of that. Devin throwing a hyzer flip that's not turn-ins due.
It's hard because you have to throw it hard.
Mm-hmm.
You have to throw it super straight.
Yeah, you really do. So the hyzer flip's a good way to throw straight, but if you don't get the turn you're looking for, you're in trouble. Or you get too much turn like Paul, you're also in a little bit of trouble. So he finished right-hand side of the fairway. Almost pin high, but not what he was looking for. Fish. That stayed clean a long time. Oh.
Super clean.
I think he wishes it wouldn't have stayed clean so long.
Wanted a little contact.
Yeah. And Chris Becker throwing a hyzer flip. That's got a beautiful turn on it, Stu.
Yeah, that's how you want to play this hole.
Oh, nice.
It's got an
Just short of the OB.
eagle putt incoming. Very cool. Devin's second shot. Skipped it in close to the basket. Got a longer putt than he wanted, though. So Paul from the right of the basket hit a tree, and he kicked actually over the OB.
All the way over it left?
Yeah.
Wow.
So at least he's not OB. Chris for an eagle, and gave it a good bid. This is going to be Paul for his birdie. See the basket right hand side of your screen. And he could roll OB if he hits the basket or the pin, but fortunate to stick there.
He doesn't seem to care, I guess.
Ooh, Devin misses his putt for a 3 as well. And Fish.
Fish.
And down.
Yeah, I missed his upshot. I believe that was for a 4. And Chris tapping in his birdie, Paul tapping in his 4. And Devin, I believe, also tapping in 4. Or sorry, Devin was tapping in a +1.
That culminates the first round.
Oh, and Fish with a +1, sorry. Yeah, sorry, and that is the end of our first round. Becker's 1 down, and we caught up with Paul and Beth after the round. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you around.
All right, Ian for Subject Coast catching up with Paul after his first round, 2015 World. So go, Paul. He started off hot, man.
Yeah, it was a really good start, 5 for 5 to start, and then kind of slowed down right through the middle and never really got it back going, but snuck in, I think, 3 more birdies the rest of the way.
Is this your only bogey on 18?
That was a par.
That was a par? Oh, okay. Nice.
So no bogeys, 8 under. Seems probably up there.
You guys are at Slippery Rock tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Looking to do some work out there?
Yeah, it should be fun. 2 rounds there is going to be tough. I mean, that's the longest course I think we play, and they have us playing 2 rounds in the same day, so I don't know how it'll be.
Cool. Thank your sponsors, man.
Yeah, Innova Champion Disc, grip bags, Tomahawk shades, and then Supreme Flight for carrying my bag this week.
Cool, man. Thanks for your time, Paul.
Yeah.